When Roger Federer moves forward after a serve, it barely registers as effort. There's no frantic rush, no visible strain. He serves, glides a few steps ahead, settles into position, and ends the point with a clean volley before the returner fully recovers. It feels smooth, natural, almost inevitable. That illusion is exactly why his serve and volley game is so deceptive. Most people think serve and volley is simply about bravery and movement, hit a good serve, run to the net, finish the point. But Federer's version was never a single action. It was a tightly connected system. Timing, disguise, anticipation, geometry, touch, and belief, all working in sync within a few seconds. Remove one piece and the entire structure collapses. That's why even elite professionals struggle to copy it. They can mimic the shape, but not the substance. A serve you can't read? Serve and volley only works if the serve creates pressure. Without it, the returner controls the point. This is where most attempts fail immediately. Federer's serve was not built on raw power alone. Yes, he could touch 130 miles per hour, but speed was only one layer. The real weapon was disguise. His ball toss looked identical, whether he served wide, down the tee, or into the body. His arm speed never changed. His motion gave nothing away. Opponents weren't reacting, they were guessing. Add his command of spin and placement, and the problem multiplied. Slice serves dragged returners off the court. Kick serves jumped into uncomfortable backhands. Flat serves rushed opponents so badly that the return became defensive by default. All of it came from the same visual cues, forcing hesitation. Most players rely on one or two serve patterns. Federer had a full catalog, all executable under pressure. Without that disguise, serve and volley becomes predictable, and predictable net approaches get passed. Moving forward with intention, a common mistake players make is sprinting forward immediately after the serve. Federer doesn't do that. His first step is controlled and explosive, timed to the serve's direction. He's not charging blindly, he's positioning himself according to probability. After a wide serve, he shifts towards center to close angles. After a body serve, he prepares for jammed, shorter returns. This is geometry, not speed. Federer understands that net coverage isn't about being close, it's about being correct. By choosing smarter approach lines early, he reduces the opponent's options before the ball even leaves the strings. Most players run forward and hope. Federer moves forward with purpose, the split step that changes everything. In serve and volley, the split step is everything. Federer lands his at the exact moment the opponent strikes the return. Not early, not late, exactly on contact. That timing keeps his weight loaded and balanced, ready to move in any direction without losing forward momentum. Split too early and you stall, split too late and you're flat-footed. The margin for error is razor thin. This precision isn't conscious, it's rhythmic, instinctive, and built through years of repetition until the body simply knows when to land. Anticipation before contact? What truly separates Federer at the net isn't speed, it's foresight. As he moves forward, he's reading shoulders, grips, balance, and stance. A closed shoulder hints cross court, an open stance suggests down the line, a stretched position signals a defensive block. These micro signals give him a split-second advantage, which at the net is massive. Younger players react after the ball is hit. Federer is already moving when it happens. This anticipation can't be trained in isolation. It comes from decades of exposure, thousands of returns faced, and a mental library so deep it operates below conscious thought. Touch over power? When the volley arrives, Federer's philosophy becomes clear. Placement beats force. He rarely punches volleys unless necessary. He redirects pace, absorbs speed, and creates angles that feel unnatural to most players. His racket face control allows him to turn fast returns into soft, dying balls that barely clear the net. One point ends with a skidding cross-court knife. The next with the disguised drop volley that looks deep until the final instant. His hands are refined enough to change intent mid-swing. Many players volley too safely and float the ball. Others overhit and spray errors. Federer lives in the narrow space between, assertive without being reckless. The foundation and the belief? Federer's serve and volley is inseparable from the era and surfaces that shaped him. Grass courts rewarded quick points, low bounces, and net instincts. Those formative years built skills that players raised on slower courts rarely develop. Modern tennis favors baseline rallies. Courts are heavier, balls are slower. Serve and volley is no longer consistently rewarded, so young players don't invest the thousands of hours required to master it. Federer did, and he carried those instincts forward even as the game evolved away from them. Why it can't be copied. Federer's serve and volley isn't one skill, it's an ecosystem. Elite serving with disguise, intelligent movement, perfect split-step timing, anticipation built over decades, exceptional touch, It looks effortless because the effort happened long ago, and because recreating it today may be impossible.